My other self. My trained self.
Yes?
I want to talk to you.
Well?
Oh, you do look beautiful today.
Am I presentable, Hetty?
Ah, it suits me.
I've tried to make the best of the good points.
Oh, well, my passions run deeper than yours. I can't keep on the mask as you do. I am crude and real. You are my appearance in the world.
I am your educated self.
You are the part of me that has been trained.
I am your educated self.
Well, I am the rushing river. You are the ice over the current.
I am your subtle overtones.
Yes, but together we are one. The wife of Charles Goodrich.
There I disagree with you, Hetty. I alone am his wife.
Harriet, how can you say such a thing?
Certainly. I am the one who flatters him. I am the one who speaks to him. If I gave you a chance, you would tell him immediately that you despise him.
I don't love him, that's certain.
You leave all the fibbing to me. He doesn't suspect that behind this calm, suave manner hides your hatred. Considering the amount of scheming it causes me, it can safely be said that he is my husband.
Oh, well, if you love him, well...
I don't have any feelings. It's not my business to love anybody.
Then why need you object to calling him my husband?
I resent the appropriation of man who is managed only by the cleverness of my artifice.
Oh, well, you may be clever enough to deceive him, but it's me who suffers. I can't forget that I'm married to Charles. I can't forget that I might have married John Caldwell.
How foolish of you to remember John, just because we met his wife by chance.
Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. I wanted to advise you on what to say to her this afternoon.
By all means, tell me now, and don't interrupt me while she's here. You have the most annoying habit of talking to me while people are present. It's all I can do to keep my poise and pretend I'm not listening to you.
Impress her.
Is it not my custom to impress people, Hetty?
I hate her.
I can't let her see that.
I hate her because she married John.
Only because you refused him.
Was it my fault I refused him?
That's right, blame me.
It was your fault. You said that he was too poor, that he'd never amount to anything in painting. Now look at him. Returned from Europe. 8 years in Paris. Famous.
It was too poor a gamble to take the time. It was much safer to accept Charles's money and position.
And then he married Margaret within the year.
Out of spite.
Freckled, gawky-looking thing she was too.
Europe improved her. She looked stunning the other morning.
Make her jealous.
Shall I be haughty or cordial or caustic?
Above all else, you must let her know that we are rich.
Oh, I do that quite easily now.
You must lay it on a bit.
Oh, never fear.
Tell her I love my husband.
My husband.
Are you going to quarrel with me?
No, I've no desire to quarrel with you. It is too uncomfortable. I couldn't get away from you if I tried.
You were a stupid fool to make me refuse, John. I will never forgive you. Never, never, never,
Stop!
never.
Don't get me all excited. I'll be in no fit state to meet her this afternoon.
I could choke you for
Don't.
calling me a John.
Must me.
You don't know how you've made me suffer.
It is not for me to have heartaches.
Oh, you're bloodless. You're nothing but a sham. Sham, while I carry on and...
Be quiet. I can't let her see I've been fighting with my inner self.
And now, after all this time, you say it has cost you more than it has cost me to be married to Charles. Well, I've paid the price. It's the pain here in my heart. I've paid the price. No, Charles is not your husband.
He is.
He isn't.
He is.
He isn't! I'll kill you!
Don't. You're stronger than I. You're...
Say he's mine.
He's ours.
She's here!
Oh, I can't let the maid see myself. It's not proper.
I'm so excited. My heart's in my mouth.
Show Mrs. Caldwell up. Fine state you've got my nerves into.
Don't let her see that you're nervous.
Quick, put the veil on or she'll see you shining through me.
Tell her Charles is rich and fascinating. Boast of our friends. Make her think she needs us.
I'll get her to ask John to paint us.
That's just what I was thinking. If he paints us,
We can wear an exquisite gown.
and make him fall in love again.
Yes. Oh, Margaret, how wonderful to see you again.
That's a lie.
It's enchanting to see you, Harriet.
I'd bite you if I dared.
Wasn't our meeting a stroke of luck?
I've thought of you so often, Harriet, and to come back and find you living in New York.
Oh, Mr. Goodrich has many interests here.
Flatter her.
I know, Mr. Goodrich is so successful.
Tell her we're rich.
Won't you sit down?
Oh, what a beautiful lamp.
Oh, do you like it? Charles paid an extravagant price.
I don't believe it.
So I'm sure he must have.
How well you are looking, Margaret.
Yes, you are not. There are circles under your eyes.
I haven't eaten since breakfast and I'm hungry.
How well you're looking too.
You have hard lines about your lips. Are you happy?
Don't let her know that we're unhappy.
Why wouldn't I look well? My life is happy, full, complete.
I wonder.
Tell her we have an automobile.
My life is complete too.
My heart is torn with sorrow. My husband cannot make a living. He will kill himself if he doesn't get an order for a painting.
You must come and see us at the studio. John's been doing some excellent work. He cannot begin to fill his orders.
Tell her we have an automobile.
Do you take lemon in your tea?
Take cream, it's more filling.
Oh, no cream, if you please. How cosy.
Only cakes, I could eat the lot.
How many lumps?
Sugar is nourishing.
Oh, 3, please. I used to take very sweet coffee when I was in Turkey, and ever since.
I don't believe you were ever in Turkey.
I wasn't, but that's none of your business.
Oh, were you in Turkey? Do tell me all about it.
Change the subject.
Oh, you must go there. You have so much taste in dress, you'll enjoy seeing their costume.
She gonna pass that cake or what?
John painted several portraits there.
Ugh, why don't you stop her bragging and tell her we've got an automobile?
Cake?
Oh, yes.
Oh, thank you.
Automobile!
Follow up the costumes with a suggestion that she'd make a good model for John. It isn't too early to begin getting what we came for.
What delicious cake.
Oh, it is delicious, isn't it? There are a great many people at Harper's. I sat in my automobile 15 minutes this morning while my chauffeur collected it.
Oh, make her order a portrait.
Well, if you stopped at Harper's, then you must have noticed the gowns at Henderson's. Aren't the shop windows alluring these days?
Even my chauffeur notices them.
Oh, look, I know you've got an automobile. I heard you the first time.
I notice gowns now with an artist's eye, as John does. The one you're wearing is very paintable, dear.
Don't let her see you're anxious to be painted.
Oh, it's just a little number.
Don't seem too anxious for the order.
Well, perhaps it isn't the gown itself, but the way you wear it that pleases the eye. Some people can wear anything with grace.
Ah, yes, I'm very graceful.
You flatter me, my dear.
On the contrary, Harriet, I have an intense admiration for you. I remember how beautiful you were as a girl. In fact, I was quite jealous when John was paying you so much attention.
She's gloating because we lost him.
Those were just childhood days in a country town.
She's trying to make you think that John was just a country boy.
Most great men come from the country. There's a fair chance that John will be added to the list.
Yes, I know it, and I'm bitterly jealous of you.
Undoubtedly, he must owe much of his success to you, Margaret. Your experience in economy and ability to endure hardship. Those first few years in Paris, they must have been a struggle.
She's sneering at your poverty.
Yes, life was difficult at first. Not the luxurious start a girl has who marries wealth.
Don't let her know we married Charles for his money.
But John and I are so congenial in our tastes that we were quite impervious to hardship or unhappiness.
Do you love him? Is it really true?
Did you have all the romance of starving for his art?
She's taunting you. Get even with her.
Not for long. Prince Rhea soon discovered John's genius and introduced him royally to many wealthy Parisians who gave us many orders.
Are you telling the truth? Or are you lying?
If you had so many opportunities, I wonder you had any inducements to return to the States.
We did, but not the type you think.
Well, John became the rage with Americans travelling in France too, and they simply insisted on him coming here.
Whom is he going to paint here?
What names dare I make up?
Just at present, Miss Dorothy Ainsworth of Oregon is sitting. You may not know the name. She's the daughter of a wealthy miner who found gold in Alaska.
I dare say that there are many Western people we've never heard of.
You must find the social life here in New York very interesting, Harriet, after the simplicity of our hometown.
There's no need to remind us that our beginnings were the same.
Oh, Charles's family have been delightful to me. They are so well connected.
Oh, flatter her.
I heard it mentioned yesterday that you made yourself very popular. Someone said you are very clever.
Oh, who told you that?
Nobody.
Confidences should be respected. And they said too that you are gaining some reputation as a critic of art.
Oh, I make no pretences.
Are you and Mr. Goodrich interested in the same things too?
No.
Yes, Charles and I are inseparable.
I wonder.
Would you like another cake?
Yes.
Oh, no, thank you, I really shouldn't. Not after my big luncheon. John took me to the Ritz and we're invited to the Bedfords for dinner. They have a magnificent house near the drive. I really shouldn't, but the cakes are so good.
Starving.
More tea?
Yes.
No, thank you. How wonderfully life has arranged itself for you. Wealth, position, a happy marriage, beauty, art, every opportunity to enjoy all pleasures. How happy you must be.
Don't call me happy. I've never been happy since I lost John. All those years without him. A future without him. No. I shall win him back. Away from you. Away from you!
I sometimes wonder if anyone could be as happy as I. Charles and I are as much in love today as the day we married. To me, he is the most wonderful man in the world.
My John is. I love him so much. I could die for him. I'm going through hunger, and I want to make him great. He loves me. He worships me.
I should like to meet Mr. Goodrich. Why don't you fetch him to the studio? John has some sketches to show. Not many portraits, of course, because the subjects have all purchased those. He gets as much as $4,000 now.
Don't pay that much.
As much as that.
Well, it isn't so much really when one considers that John is at the foremost rank of artists today. A picture painted by him now will double and treble in value.
It's all lies. He's growing weak with despair.
Does he paint all day?
No, he draws advertisements for our bread.
When you and your husband come to the studio to see us, telephone first.
So we can get the advertisements out of the way.
Otherwise, he might be with a sitter and John refuses to let me disturb him then.
Ugh, make her ask for an order.
Lagrange offered to paint me for $1,000.
Louis Lagrange's reputation isn't worth more than that.
I've heard him well mentioned.
Yes, he is doing splendid things.
Oh, dear me, no. He's praised by the masses, but accepted not at all by the artists themselves.
Must we really pay full price?
Lagrange thought I would make a good subject.
Let her fish for it.
But of course you would. Oh, why don't you let Lagrange paint you if you trust him?
She doesn't seem keen to have John do it.
Although, if he isn't accepted by other artists, it would be a waste of time to pose for him, wouldn't it?
Yes, I think it would.
Oh, give us the order. John is so despondent. He can't endure much longer. Help me. Save us. Save me.
Don't seem too anxious to get the painting.
And yet, if he only charges $1,000, I might consider it.
Well, if you really wish to be painted, why don't you spend a little more and get something really worthwhile? John might be induced to do you for a little below his usual price, considering you were such good friends.
Get in!
It's very kind of you to say, but I don't know.
Oh, for God's sake, say yes!
But then again, I don't know if he would. John's very peculiar about these matters. He sets his value on his work and thinks it beneath him to discuss price.
There's no need to make us feel small.
But then again, I might delicately mention that inasmuch as you have some very influential friends, you might be very glad to
Finish what I don't want to say.
Help her out.
Oh, yes. Introductions would follow the exhibition of my portrait, no doubt
Be patronising.
No doubt I will be able to introduce your husband to his advantage.
Saved!
If I find John in a propitious mood, I shall take great pleasure in mentioning to him, well, for your sake, dear, your beauty, just as you're sitting now, would be a lovely pose.
Don't let her think she's doing us a favour.
It would give me great pleasure to add my name to your husband's list of patronesses.
We can go now.
I had little imagined when I came for a lovely chat about old times that it would develop into business arrangements. I had no idea you had any intention of being painted, Harriet, and by Lagrange too. Well, I came just in time to rescue you.
Come on, run home and tell John the good news.
Well, you managed that order very neatly. She doesn't suspect a thing.
Now, Margaret, if I am not happy with my portrait, I shall blame you, dear. I'm relying on your opinion of John's talent.
Run home and tell John. Hurry, hurry.
You always had a brilliant mind, Margaret.
She doesn't suspect why we came. Run home and tell John.
It is you who flatter now.
We needn't stay so long. Eat your cake and let's go.
One does not flatter when one is telling the truth.
I really must go. You'll have me completely under your spell.
Yes, do go. I need to dress for dinner.
No, don't hurry.
Oh, I hate you.
No, I really must go. But do say you'll come by the studio often. I find you so stimulating.
I hate you!
It is indeed gratifying to find a kindred spirit.
I came for your gold.
How delightful it is to know you again.
I'm going to make you and your husband suffer!
My kind regards to John.
Oh, he's forgotten all about you.
He will be so happy to receive them.
I can't wait to speak to him again. I'm
I-
so excited!
I shall wait then to send word.
I will speak about it with John as soon as I can and tell you when to come.
I love him! I love him!
He's starving. I'm starving.
I'm gonna take him away from you. Away from you!
I want your money and your influence. I'm gonna rob you.
I'm gonna rob you!
I'm gonna rob you.
I've had a delightful afternoon.
It's been a delight to see you again.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, my dear.